Hi everybody, this is Phil Stone. We're going to talk about driving traffic with Twitter, using Twitter to move people. Now, social networking is really all about creating relationships. The way it was originally explained to me, it's like you attended a party and there'll be some people that you know and some people that you don't know. And you may walk up to somebody, walk by them, make eye contact, somebody you've never met before, and you say hello and they say hello, and you strike up a conversation. It could end up being a lifelong friendship. Or you could walk by the person and you say hello, they look back at you, say hello, and then they just glance away. But one thing for certain, you don't walk in there and say, hey, check out my new business opportunity, or hey, look at my products I have with my affiliate marketing program. It doesn't work like that. You'd be very crass doing it like that and would get no results. So social networking in general is just exactly done that way. Now, when you meet somebody new on, say, Facebook, you might have them check out your site. If you have something there they might benefit from, I mean, they may go. But if you really want to drive real traffic, Twitter is definitely the key. I mean, just as vendors set up along a traffic route, you can market to people as they pass through Twitter. Twitter provides opportunities to drive traffic really unlike any other social networking platforms, and it's really because of the numbers. So let's take a look at some of the numbers here. This is what I see when I open our main Twitter account. Now look at how many tweets I see. Look below that. The Bitbot gives one, Jackie Hadden gives one, the Snoopster, Santa Claus 09. I mean, really, there are 6 of them. If I scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page, there'll be a total of 21 that I'll see. And look at the numbers of followers I have and how many I have that I'm following. Huge, huge numbers here. 56,000, 58,000. Well, what that basically means is if our followers, the people who are following us, send out only one tweet each day, they have a 6 in 50,000 or so chance that I'll see that tweet when I open my account. Not great numbers here. Let's take a look at a couple of others. Here's a random Twitter account from one of our followers, and I'd have a lot better chance of reaching her with my tweets because of the numbers. If you take a look at it, she's got 4,600 followers. So easier to reach her, but there's some other issues. First, she has to see my tweet. Then it has to be of interest to her. And it's got to be at a moment when she has time to follow the link that I might post. Then she has to click on the link that I send, and where she goes better be what she's expecting, what she's looking for, or I'm going to lose her. If I send a tweet out about weight loss and she gets to the site and it's more about hair loss, well, she's gone. And after that, she still must be interested enough to register at the site I'm sending her to, giving me, hopefully, accurate information that I can use to follow that up and continue building a relationship. Here's another follower. They have just under 400 followers themselves. And look how many tweets they've sent. They have sent out 18,000 tweets. 18,000 tweets to 400 people. I mean, if you think about this, with only 400 followers, if they were 100% effective in driving traffic, only 400 people could be driven to the links that they post. Not going to get a lot of traffic with that. Here's another one. Take a look. 16,000 tweets to 1,600 followers. Now, this is interesting, too. You notice that they're following 2,000. Well, the possible reason for the big numbers and where they are right now is this user could well be stuck. See, one of the rules that Twitter has, when you're following 2,000, you cannot go beyond 2,000 until you have at least 1,850 who are following you. And you can see, by the way, with a scenario like this, if they could actually reduce the people that they're following who are not following them back, well, they'd have a winner here. So it's crucial to have a way to remove people you follow who do not follow you back. Let's talk, while we're mumbling about it a little bit, let's talk about Twitter rules. And here's a funny thing. The trick is that Twitter does not post the rules. And when I first thought about this, I thought, well, why would that be? And then it dawned on me. Realistically, Twitter knows if they publish their rules, some people will push the limits. And I know that very well from another scenario. I drive I-4 a bunch of times. I-4 runs between Tampa and Orlando, and that's where Disney is. And Kim and I love to spend an afternoon, have a lunch there, take a look at a couple things, come back home. Well, this top speed limit between where I am in Tampa and Orlando, 70 miles an hour. I typically drive 78 to 79, pushing the limit. And I'll fly by one of these every now and then. And the funny thing, they never pull out to stop me. But if there's a car that's passing me as we go by the trooper, obviously he's going faster than the 78, 79 I'm going by, well, guess what happens? They get a ticket. That's kind of how it works with Twitter. If you mess up the rules, even though they're not clear with what they are, with Twitter, you can get suspended. You can lose your account. So you want to be cautious about this. And really the key is moderation. It's just being smart. Now, a couple of little things. Once you pass 2,000 who follow you, you can only follow 10% more than the number you follow. So in other words, if you have 3,000 people that follow you, you can follow 3,300. And those 300 over the number that follow you, they may follow you back. Now, when you get up to 10,000 who follow you, you can then follow 10% more, or 11,000. And there's 1,000 people that could feasibly follow you back. That's kind of how you want to build this. And a couple of other things. Don't bury your followers with solicitations. And even if you're going to be sending out solicitations, make sure that your tweets are interesting. Now, if you send them a link, tell them where it's going to take them and what it'll do for them. Make sure you tell them what the benefits are. You really want to do this in a manner that you'd want to receive it. Just, the golden rule, do unto others. Never, and this is important, never, ever, ever send out duplicate content on 2 accounts. The spiders will figure out you're doing that, and that's a good way to lose them both very, very quickly. So you want to be really cautious about this. You always want to add value when you're on Twitter. And again, moderation is the key. Like so many things in life, it's all about balance. Twitter, well, what they would want, they want moderate numbers of follows that you send and a small number of tweets so they can keep everything in balance and not have too much going on that they can't control. Now, if you're an aggressive marketer, what you want is a huge number of followers and huge numbers of tweets that go out. Balancing between the two is really the key. So one of the things you can do is watch what others are doing. And don't be the most aggressive one out there. I mean, you can see here, 545 followers, following a whole bunch of people. This looks like a relatively new account. However, they've got 4,600 tweets that they've sent out. Here's one with almost 1,800 followers, 3,200 tweets. That's somewhat in balance. It looks like they're about to break over that 2,000 barrier coming up pretty soon, too. Here's another one, 1,200 followers, almost 985 tweets. This one, a lot of tweets for a small number of followers. They really push the limit. So I would be cautious if I were doing something like that. This one, more conservative, 4,000, 13,000 tweets. 2,000, 18,000 tweets, a little bit heavy. You get the idea, I'm sure. 2,000 followers, 30,000 tweets. That's a tough number. But if you're like my friend here, Chris Kilber, look at what you could do. If you've got 80,000 followers and you're sending out 100, 200 tweets a day, you can really move people. And that's the whole point. You can really drive traffic. If you do this correctly, Twitter is a great way to move a lot of people to take a look at what you want them to see. Bottom line is, with Twitter, you can do it. You can really win. Well, you want to find more tips on marketing on the internet, go to powerlinetraining.com. That's where you're going to find me, Phil Stone. I'll be there for you with more tips and training on network and internet marketing. Again, thanks for stopping by. Have a great one. Bye-bye.